Hi there, I am so glad that you joined me. You are getting a look at some old Play-Doh that we have that I'm going to reconstitute and show you how you can do it too. I'm going to flip the camera just a moment. I'm Rosalind Yukich from A Little R&R. I blog at www.rossandsamilindjukic.com, and today I have you in my kitchen. We are taking some old Play-Doh and we are going to reconstitute it. Now, today on my blog, and as soon as I'm done with this scope, you will find on my blog a recipe. Hold on a second. Oh, a piece fell on the floor. You will find a recipe for my favorite Play-Doh. Now, I worked in daycares for a long time when I was in the States, and so I have made Play-Doh millions of times. I've tried dozens of different recipes, some that didn't require cream of tartar. Thank you. My mother-in-law gave it to me. And some that didn't require cream of tartar because I've never been able to find it here. And some that don't require you to cook it. But I will tell you that the best Play-Doh that I have ever used is the stuff that you cook. You just need to cook it. You really do. To make it good so it's not sticky, because the other stuff was really sticky. My children couldn't play with it. And I tried adding extra flour and extra salt, and it just never worked. You use Kool-Aid. That's it. You know, I've heard that's fun. I heard it smells really good too. Yeah, that's awesome. We don't have Kool-Aid here, so that would be fun to do. So I've kneaded my Play-Doh a little bit, but it's starting to dry out. I mean, it's not really bad yet, but it is starting to dry out. It's getting hard to use. So you basically take some water. I have some water in here and a tablespoon, and you just start adding a little bit at a time, maybe a tablespoon, half a tablespoon at a time, and you just knead it in. Use Slim. Yes, and use soap. Well, that would be kind of expensive Play-Doh. She's just kidding. I know you're kidding, Judith. But it is pink. It's pretty. I bet the Play-Doh would turn out really, really pretty. So you're going to have a little bit of a gooey mess to start with. And so you just need to just keep kneading it. And, you know, eventually it will get there. You just go a tablespoon at a time. So I'm just kneading the Play-Doh. And yes, I have a gooey mess. My hands are all gooey. So I'm going to add another tablespoon because it's starting a little bit of water at a time, and eventually it will reconstitute. Now I will tell you there's some Play-Doh that sometimes just goes a little too far. Sometimes it's just old. When it gets to be too old, you just kind of have to make a new batch. But it doesn't cost that much. That's the wonderful thing about making your own Play-Doh, is it doesn't cost that much, and you know, you basically have everything on hand: flour, salt, oil, cream of tartar, and water. That's all it is. And so it doesn't cost that much to make, and you know, and food coloring, of course. And of course, now that you have the gel food colors, now you can make them really bright colors. We didn't have that when I was growing up. They were all kind of pastel-y colors, which isn't bad. We were, you know, it was just my sister and me, and well, my brother didn't mind. So, I have tried. Good Play-Doh is great for driving Matchbox cars through. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, my kids love Play-Doh. Yesterday they played with this Play-Doh for about a good hour and a half, and they just had so much fun with it. It was such a mess all over my floor, but it doesn't matter as long as they are having fun. Now I've added probably about a tablespoon and a half, maybe 2 tablespoons to the Play-Doh, and I'm just kneading it in. It's starting to get good in there, and it's starting to soften up now, which is really great. And now I will say that half of this Play-Doh that I'm doing, I've already reconstituted once. And so yeah, so it's getting a second time through now, which is great. Anyway, there was something else I was going to say. Now I can't remember what it was. I got distracted. But we love this. My kids absolutely love playing with Play-Doh. It keeps them nice and active and creative because they get to create with it, and I am all about creativity. I grew up without a TV, and so we were forced to be very creative. My parents did that for a reason. It wasn't that they couldn't afford one. It was that they wanted us to grow in creativity and use our imaginations and they fulfilled that goal. We grew up very creative children, and there wasn't anything we couldn't think of to do to have fun. And so, and I'm starting to do that more with my children. They get to watch TV only once a day. That's during rest time, and eventually, as we grow used to this new rest time as opposed to nap time, then I'm going to even take that away and just have them read books and do puzzles and play quietly. It's Play-Doh, yes. My son is like, it's Play-Doh. Mama's playing with Play-Doh. Now, okay. Okay, such a okay, so now I am done. I have a nice, soft, gooey batch. Not so much gooey, it's just soft. And it's not sticky, it's not hard, it's not tough. It's like brand new Play-Doh my kids that they can play with tomorrow. So that's how you reconstitute Play-Doh. It's so easy. Oh my goodness, I know you probably thought this was hard. But okay, I need to go in the other room. 어디 타모? Bubica. 어디 타모? Okay, with me. 어디 타모? I know you guys probably thought it might be complicated. Yes, that's the best kind. Yes, it is like brand new, like I just made it, and all I did was just add water to it. And so here you go, brand new Play-Doh, soft and gooey. yeah, it is. You can see how soft it is. See, I can pull it. So that is how you reconstitute Play-Doh. So I hope that this was informative and helpful. I know that this is probably one of the more stranger scopes that you've seen, but I just thought I would share with you my trick. Now this is going up on my blog with a recipe for this Play-Doh, and so be sure to stop by. It is rosilindjukic.com, and in about 5 minutes you're going to see that recipe up there, so you can go make a batch for your kids. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you guys for being chatty. Thanks for the hearts. And I will see you tomorrow morning.